Alright, in this last example, we're going to practice writing equations and expressions from words. So we're going to start with expressions. Write each word phrase as an algebraic expression. So they are giving it to us in words. Our job is to put it into numbers and letters. So for the first one, the sum of a number and 9. Here, the key is to know that the word sum means the answer to an addition problem. So if I know that that means the answer to addition problem, then, and I want to show that, a number is the part that I don't know. So I'm going to call that x. So to write this in symbols, I would say x plus 9. That would be the sum of a number and 9. On the next one, it says 7 minus a number. So I'm going to start with 7, and minus I know means minus. And again, a number is the part that I don't know, so that's where I'm going to put my x. So 7 minus x would be the expression. Number 3 is a little bit tricky. It says a number subtracted from 12. When it's subtraction, we have to pay close attention because order matters. 12 minus x and x minus 12 are not the same thing. Because it says a number subtracted from 12, that means I'm going to start with 12 and take the number away from it. I'm subtracting the number from 12. Number 4 says the product of 11 and a number. Again, product means the answer to a multiplication problem. It's another word we have to know for these. So I'm going to go ahead and do 11x. You can put in a multiplication symbol, but when there's a number right next to a letter, that means multiply as well. 2 more examples. 5 divided by a number. So I'm going to start with 5, and you can either write it with a division symbol or as a fraction. Both of those would work. Number 6 is a little bit more. The product of 2 and the difference between a number and 8. So I know I'm going to need to do multiplication because of the word product, and difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So I know I'm going to multiply 2, the product of 2, times something. Figure out what that something is. The something is going to be the difference between a number and 8. So the difference between a number and 8, subtraction problem. But I don't want to just do 2 times x, I want to do 2 times that entire subtraction problem. So I'm going to use parentheses. And then I don't have to write that multiplication symbol anymore since I have my parentheses. So it would be 2 parentheses x minus 8. Okay, here's 3 examples. Go ahead and pause here and try those on your own. Raise your hand if you have questions. Now that you've finished those, we're going to go ahead and try it when it's an equation. Remember, an equation is the same thing as an expression, except it has an equal sign. So letter A says, twice the sum of a number and 4 is 6. The key here is this word is, or sometimes they'll say is equal to, that's where the equal sign is going to go. Is means equals. So I'm going to have twice. Twice means 2 times. The sum, that means the answer to an addition problem. And we're going to be adding a number and 4. It's the sum of a number and 4. So here's a number and 4. That's the sum. I want twice the sum though, so I'm going to have a 2 out here. Twice the sum of a number and 4 is 6. B, 9 more than 5 times a number is 49. Again, that is where our equals is going to go. So I'm going to have 9 more than 5 times a number is 49. That one I could just go straight across. And see, 7 less than 3 times a number is 11. So I want to do 7 less than this. That means I'm going to have to start with 3 times a number and then take 7 away. That way I end up with 7 less than 3 times the number, and it says that is 11. Okay, go ahead and try these 2 examples on your own. As always, work with your partner. Raise your hand if you get stuck. And then lastly, these are a list of some are expressions, some are equations. Go through and label each, telling me, is 2x plus 5 equals 7 an expression or an equation? Which one of these are expressions and which ones are equations?